And this is another category that, I mean, quite timely. Oh, unfortunately, with, everything going on in California, with blizzards, with tornadoes, with, of course, hurricanes and floods. And gosh, this country has been through so much this year, last year. But we've got something that has helped so many of you feel better, knowing you've got a backup plan when the power goes out. Storms happen all year long, all over the country. And sometimes you just need, I can't be without my power for the next 6 hours. We've got a solution for you, and it's from EcoFlow. It's our best-selling power station. It's like the alternative to a smelly, noisy generator. Do you see that? I love that we dramatize these storms because it's so realistic. I mean, it's the worst feeling to go like, oh no, and then you never know how long are the lights gonna be off. The worst of it is, how long am I gonna be without heat, internet, or in the summer, air conditioning? How much longer can I go without feeding my family and we're all stressed out and it's dinner time? Well, here we are with the EcoFlow, and this is the incredible River 2 Pro. We originally, 7 or 8 years ago, we started offering the EcoFlow, and it began with the River, the smaller version of the power stations. Well, this is the River 2, and then the Pro version. So multiple iterations have happened since the original. Let me share with you what we're doing here. This is such a crazy good deal. See those prices? There's a different range, right? So if you want just to get the EcoFlow River 2 Pro, it's right here for $329 as opposed to $599. We're gonna talk about all these ports because you can see there's AC outlets, there's USB all over the place. There's so many ways that you can power up the things that you need to live your life and to be comfortable, keep your phones charged, maybe make a margarita when you're stressed out. But that's one of the things. One option is $329 to get the River 2 Pro. The other option is gonna blow your mind. By the way, they both come with free shipping and handling. But the other option, it comes with the solar panel. So now you'll never have to worry about, well, how do I recharge my power station? Maybe my car battery is dead. Maybe I don't have power in the house to recharge this. Well, the power of the sun will always recharge your EcoFlow. Then you're getting the case for the solar panel. And see that little backpack over there? You get that too for only $419, as opposed to, look at the real price, $979. Clearly, this is the better deal to get the bundle because it is so crazy in terms of the pricing. It's like exponentially much more savings to get the bundle. Most people want the bundle. I'm just thrilled that we've got both options. It's under the same item number, 91023. So we'll talk about that and give you more details, but I would like to introduce you to my guest, Justin Hyatt, who I always have a good time talking with, even though we talk about the worst topics. What is up?
We're not the most fun, are we? But I mean,
we'd like to be.
Well, we'd like to talk about all the fun stuff. It's interesting because with EcoFlow, typically when a lot of you look at this, and we talk about it, so many people even in the studio here, we call our HSN family, we say probably that 1% reason that you use it for is always for the emergencies. What about the 99%?
Right, the fun stuff.
It is for the fun stuff, but it's not a lot of different things that you can invest in that even if we think about an insurance policy where you'd say, well, insurance policy I pay every single month and I wait for some terrible thing to happen, right? But we figure it's a matter of if, not a matter of when. So we think, okay, we'll do that. But what about an insurance policy that you can use every single day, every single week, every single month, and do it for the fun stuff, but it's going to be there for the emergencies? One of the things that we love about our River 2, especially our River 2 Pro, is that this is the most powerful and portable power station that we have. This is not just under 20, it's 17 pounds, can power 80% of your home appliances, and it still has one of the latest battery cells that we have on the market today. It's something called LFP batteries. So you're not getting yesteryear's technology, you're getting now's technology, meaning this is gonna last you at a minimum, not just a year or 2 years, 10 years if you were to charge this and deplete this once a day. That's why it's not a 2-year warranty or a 3-year warranty. You get a 5-year warranty with your River 2 Pro. I want you to think about if you were to have an alternative, what would that be? A gas or propane generator? Okay, for some of you, you're saying, don't want it, don't have it, can't
Never
even
will.
have one in an apartment or
Yeah,
condo.
I don't want gas in my garage.
How about when we have our hurricanes where you're saying, I have to then go to the gas station, I gotta wait 3 hours in line,
And
I've gotta
good luck
fight
getting
people to get
gas.
to the pump, which is miserable. And then if the gas station has gas, and then you also have to have gas cans along with you. Now you have to store gas and basically transport open gas cans in your car. It's not fun.
I'm not good with that. It's just not cool with me. I'm just not going to go that route.
No.
Not to mention the like trying to like, is that how I used to do them? Like, and I mean, as strong as I am, I'm a tomboy, but I couldn't do those.
You're the Minnesota Viking.
You
woman.
know it.
I know you. I know you. You know, I have a pickleball injury. I blame my parents on the pickleball abuse. No, we got to play 3 hours. Okay. Well, I think I separated my shoulder. You know, when we come over here, we got a full propane generator over here. Yeah, exactly.
Separated shoulder.
It's killing me.
Pickleball.
It's killing me.
Sorry.
But you know what?
It must be good.
But it's amazing how many, you know, you read a lot of these different stories of people who go and they get these gas generators. They've never owned one before, but we think that's the only option that we have. And then you read about all these different horror stories. You can't run it inside. Extremely dangerous. Those
Definitely
gas
not.
generators have to be 20 feet away from your home. Or the physical injuries that happen from doing those pull cranks, which is why what they did was they actually added those little push start buttons, which I'll show you how that failed me also on my generator over here, because there's a battery that has to be on those push starts that can die. Well, I couldn't lift that generator up. It ended up staying outside. We had 15 feet of water flood the whole entire front of the house, and it flooded the generator. You know what this was doing? It was inside my home, running inside my house, where it was safe, where I can be safe, and it's completely silent as well. So all the different reasons that we think about getting this is one of those things, we think about just total peace of mind. That's what this encapsulates. That's why our tagline with EcoFlow is power your life. And we've been doing that for all of you HSN viewers for 6 years, and we're the #1 power brand here at HSN now. And when we say power your life, what is that? Well, it's your induction burners, it's your blow dryers, your hair dryers, it's your rice cookers. And I love that we start off with this one, Kelly, because it's when you look at it, it's like, it's all the high wattage appliances. When you look at something that says under 20 pounds, would you ever consider be able to run a washing machine? Yes, technology has gone so far advanced now that we can do those things.
A heater, an air conditioner, a fan, a CPAP machine. We talk a lot about this. I mean, a lot of us, we rely on power for so many things. Yes, the fun and the entertainment, like our televisions and things like that, but just to be able to cook. I mean, to be able to like really, we'll show you here in the studio live, the things that you're gonna be able to power, and the list is much longer than we're about to show you. But I do wanna let you know, this is the time to have one. I know many of us, if you've been through any of those natural disasters, it's a horrifying experience. And then after the fact, you're like, gosh, I wish I would have had something to help us get through that. The stress of being without power is crazy. This is something that will give you power wherever you need it. Maybe it's you're at a tailgating party ready for the football game and you want to, you know, fry up some hot dogs and make a couple margaritas. You can do that too because of all the outlets. But at the end of the day, to be able to power yourself and keep yourself and your family safe, warm or cool, whatever the case may be, depending on the time of year, this is going to give you that peace of mind for very little amount of money. And again, this alone, just to get the River 2 Pro, is $329 as opposed to normally at HSN $599. So a nice savings there, my goodness, it's $170 savings. But the bundle is something that I really do want you to take a close look at because the savings is even better and greater. You're getting the solar panel. This is a 110 watt solar panel, and it comes with its own case, so when you're not using it, it's all protected. But when you are putting this out in the air, even on a gray day, you're gonna be able to gather the power of the sun. And this also comes with a backpack to put your power station in as well. All of these cables are of course included, so we'll talk more about that. But one other thing I'd love to do to put this value into perspective, the solar panels, we hardly ever have them in stock, but we do right now. But here's the price of the solar panels separately. It's a 2-pack for I wanna say $399. $329. And that's a sale price, that's what I thought. $329 on sale for a 2-pack of the solar panels. That's normally $599, $600. So on sale, amazing. If you wanna get more solar panels to be able to use with your EcoFlows, that's fine. But seeing that this solar panel with the River and all the carrying package, or the cases and bags at $419, that's for like $90 more. You're getting the solar panel, the backpack, the carrying case, and the River 2 Pro. That's a deal. And by the way, one more thing. Sorry, Justin.
No, that's okay.
12 months, if you want to use this, your HSN card, we'll put this on 12 months of financing for you. So that brings it down to $34.99 right now to get yours delivered. And then next month, that's all you're paying, $34.99 for 1 year. Little bit at a time. We don't charge balance or interest on the payments. We hold your balance, and unless you don't pay it off within a year, I mean, you won't see one dime of interest that you paid on this. So we'll finance this for you with that HSN card. All right, Mr. Justin, let's get back to all these points.
Yeah, you know, again, just usability, so easy. I just want to kind of piggyback on what everything, you know, Callie was just saying, especially over the value. Even if you went to hsn.com right now, right? So we have our River line, we've got our Delta line. Delta's all kind of just full home backup power for your whole entire home. But River line is about portability, still allowing all of us in our apartments and condos to power up 80% of our home appliances. Our River 2 and then our River 2 Max, and then this is our River 2 Pro. This is the most powerful in that River line. Our River 2 Max on hsn.com, I believe, is $470. So even if you just shopped for that, that is just that. This is a third more power than that one. So again, let's go to the outlets, because when you kind of compare apples to apples on models, this has 1, 2, 3, 4 three-prong AC outlets. We've got our DC right here, and then right on this side is going to be all of our different kind of just small electronic ports. So this is where we have our USB-A and our USB-C. One of the things that's very kind of unique to the River line is that USB-C port is an input and output. So although we'll give you the cables included, so whether it's your solar panel cable or your AC cable, what you can do is, if you forget any of those cables, if you have one of those new iPhones or new Samsung phones that uses USB-C, you can use that same USB-C cable to recharge this. Let's talk about rechargeability. When you recharge your power station, whether it's via the USB-C or whether it's going to be plugging it into the wall, from 0 to 100% in 70 minutes, a little over an hour, in 70 minutes. How long does it take to charge those little power banks? How long does it take to charge some of our phones? This can power 80% of your home appliances and still be able to recharge as fast. In fact, it's faster than 6 to 7 times of most of the competitors out on the market. Here's the other really cool thing about that. Talk about solar independence. That little orange port right here, that's where we can use that DC adapter, so you could be driving the car, or with our solar panel, with 220 watts of solar, you can be able to recharge your power station in about 2.5 hours. So that is all about just having that newer technology, newer battery system, so it charges even faster via AC and also solar. And now let's go back to just the ease of use. We're out of power, whatever reason, whether it's the storms, whether it's what we're seeing over in California, not even just with the fires, but kind of trying to get ahead of it, which is they'll shut off all the power to make sure that those power lines don't cause even more of a kind of ignition to any of those downed trees or dry type of leaves and everything like that. So when we go ahead and we hit that one AC button, what will happen is we got our fan that turned on, our light will turn on in a second as well, or what I can do also is I can plug in one of these induction burners. This induction burner right here is a very high wattage appliance. Now I can be cooking my food, I can have my light, I can have my fan, and what I can also do is come over here to one of the largest appliances in the house, which is going to be our full-size refrigerator and our full-size freezer. Now, this isn't like a little mini refrigerator. We're not saying it's a dorm refrigerator or if it's one of those kind of car refrigerators. It's a full-size refrigerator. So you lose power, I want you to think about how long it would take you to go ahead and say, take out that generator, take out that propane generator, check to see if it works, check to see if the gas is good, the maintenance aspect of it. Now, without ever leaving the comfort of my home, the safety of my home, we just turn our full-size refrigerator on. Here's the other really cool thing. When we run anything, it's the simplicity of seeing exactly how long we can run all those different things for. So I just plugged in that refrigerator. It's going to tell me exactly how many hours, not minutes, hours I can run that for. That's saying roughly about 9 hours. That's with the compressor just kicking in. That's with the fan as well. And so the other thing I want you to think about too is, yeah, it's the time. It's the time saved. It's also the time that we have to think about the maintenance, having to be prepared. You've gotten prepared today, and one of the greatest parts about shopping here at HSN, Callie, you covered as well, not just the value, it's the fact that all of this is exclusive. This bundle, you're not going to find anywhere else. You're not going to find the River 2 Pro with the solar panel and the bag anywhere else but right here at HSN.
And you know, when we first started offering EcoFlow here at HSN, there was no such thing as a solar panel added. It was like, it was just the power station. That's the first one. I bought the first one we ever offered. It was a river. But since I bought mine, I guess 7 years ago now, this has been improved so many times with so much more power and so many more ports to be able to power up the things that we need, from, you know, the little things like our gaming devices and our phones and our tablets and all the things, to like the major appliances. You just saw Justin plug in a full-size refrigerator and freezer. I think we all know how expensive it is to have to replace all the food in a fridge or freezer. I mean, it's hundreds of dollars, I'm sure. Some of you who have to have medication that needs to be kept cold, I mean, it's imperative. It's not even just about like the loss of money on the food that just got wasted. But the solar panel situation really has become such a, you know, everyone wants it. And today, 2 to 1, everyone is picking up the solar panel bundle because it's only another, gosh, $90. Whereas anytime you buy solar panels separately, even if you could just buy one at a time, they're literally close to $300 per solar panel. But in this, as it breaks down, it's $90, and you get the case for it, and you get the backpack to carry this. I don't know if you saw the beginning of the airing, but Justin walked over here carrying the River 2 Pro because it's 17 pounds.
Yeah.
It's so easy to take from space to space, room to room, car to car, camper to campsite, because we've loved ours at the campsites.
Well, and to boat, right?
And to boat,
you still
yeah.
have the boat. So, I mean, we think about all the different applications. That's the other thing that we love about this is that, you know, when we look at a generator, that's not for everybody. An EcoFlow is. And when we think about what type of home we live in, you might say, well, if I live in an apartment or condo, that I can't use that. So what can I use? Well, now I'll have to fall back on what I hope is reliable, which is the infrastructure around me, the electric company. I'm ensuring that, you know, well, if the grid is overrun and they turn off the power, what's going to happen? I always think about, you know, when the power's out, well, what do we lose? Well, now we're going to be hot. Now we're going to be cold. Now our food's going to go bad. Now what about medicine? What about medical devices? What about just communication? What about entertainment? All of these different things. Your River 2 Pro that's under 20 pounds can power all of those things. Get your router back up so you have internet, have a TV running so you have entertainment. Well, what about our phones? So we can be playing games or keep communication open, or a light so we're not sitting in a dark home, a fan, and our food. And now we can cook our food, all these different things. In fact, I've got my induction burner running right now. This is set to just the kind of second level on the Curtis Stone induction burner. 250 watts of power right here. It's saying 2 hours. And I know that this works because I use it firsthand. In fact, this River 2 Pro is at the Dolphin games nearly every single Sunday with a flat top grill where we cook and we barbecue without propane, without any, any fire, any gasoline, any coals. We do it right there. And I can't tell you, Kelly, how many people stop every single Sunday and say, what is that? How do I do that? And we also have the solar panel out. You know, it's something that's so different, something so unique. It's eye-catching, but I think, that's the whole great part about shopping is that we get to kind of explain it to you. I love the fact that you get to use it indoors and outdoors. So yeah, it's great that I get to go tailgating, yet that when I'm done, I bring it back, and then when that power goes out, I can fall back on something that's reliable. And talk about reliability, when you go and look at the reviews on hsn.com, they're phenomenal. It's because this isn't just a brand that slapped a name onto a power station. We're the #1 brand in the United States when it comes to power stations. So I want to come down here really quickly, Callie, because I think when we think about these generators, we kind of get an idea of what it looks like. But I want to talk about a few other things. This weighs 20 pounds, well, 17, so less than 20 pounds. Whereas this generator weighs, what, 70 pounds? That's not even including maybe the propane tank. That's not including maybe the gas that would have to fill that up. What about all the different switches down here? And you were talking about it. Well, yeah, well, a lot of them have these push buttons. Well, guess what? I found out the hard way. And this is typically how a lot of us find out, which is when it's too late. I have my generator because sometimes what I'll do is I'll create kind of like a hybrid system. I got my solar panels for some of my power stations. For my bigger ones, I'll grab my gas generator to charge it up a little faster. Well, I thought I'll have this, great. Well, this was sitting in the garage. This right here, this is the battery. That battery is dead. And now, you know what I found out? When it was too late, when the hurricane was about to hit. Here's the other thing. You know where this generator has to be? It has to be outside. When we had 15 feet of water, I wasn't bringing this inside. It had it up living in the garage where it had been most of the time, and then it flooded. Now it's not even working. Here's the other option. Well, you say, well, what about the pull crank? I'm not even going to use my right arm. Here. It's completely stuck. the pull crank wasn't even gonna work. So whether I had the push button or the battery, or I'd have the pull crank, or now I got all these different things that I have to kind of, all these different variables I can't control. I can control being able to have a power station, have basically the best alternative where I don't have to worry about gas. Because then, yeah, 3 hours sitting and literally fighting with people doing exactly what I was trying to do, get gas to get for my neighbor's generator. Whereas instead, I grabbed my EcoFlows out of the storage unit, I gave him the EcoFlows, and we were able to power our whole entire house, his house, my house, other neighbors' houses, with this independence of having your solar panel. So now I can use my solar panel to recharge my power station and even use my solar panel to power anything that I got plugged in as a solar generator. So again, just options and alternatives,
right.
It makes total sense.
So we have a couple questions coming in, Justin, that I'd love to talk through it regarding the solar panels. So this one comes with the solar panel. We do have a 2-pack of additional solar panels. They can all be connected, right?
Yeah, so what we do is we kind of create what we call an array of solar panels. So you can actually connect solar panel to solar panel and then connect it via your power station. So this is 110 watts. You can get another 110 watt solar panel. And you can pick up that 2-pack as well if you wanted to. The River 2 Pro takes about 220 watts of total solar. You can't give it too much, so you can go ahead and pick up that 2-pack as well. But then you'll be able to recharge your power station in about 2.5 hours.
And what if somebody has an EcoFlow that is not this River 2 Pro?
Yeah. Well, and with the solar panels?
Yes.
That's the other great thing is that our solar panels are all universal. So if you have one of the older power stations or you're thinking about getting a newer one, you're considering getting the bundle because you're obviously getting the better value because you're getting the solar panel. And maybe you're looking at that kind of the 2-pack as well that we were just showing you. Go ahead and grab it because those solar panels, the more you have, the faster you'll be able to recharge. And it's also about having more solar power that you can use and you can utilize. So for instance, while we're out tailgating and the River 2 Pro is already at 100%, I can plug my phone in and fans and I can be able to kind of use all these other electronics. And the sun is now passing through all of that power through the solar panel, through the power station to any of those different electronics. So now it's a solar generator. So it's another way that you can, more solar power I have available, 220 watts, the better.
The more solar panel power you have, the more off the grid you can be. I just wanted to show you, this is how small the solar panels fold down into, and because this is the case. They don't take up a ton of room. So yeah, if you do want to get that extra 2-pack of solar panels, they're normally $600. They're on sale, there it is, for $329 today, 811059. Thank you for the questions. We love having questions so we can answer you. And then for those of you keeping in mind that that's the price of a 2-pack of solar panels, but this is only $90 for this solar panel if you get the bundle. So normally they'd be like $300 a solar panel. Well, not with the bundle, it's $90 for the solar panel. There's value added there. All the cables, of course, your EcoFlow, your River 2 Pro, and you even get the backpack with the bundle, which is $419. So everybody gets free shipping. Free shipping is a nice, I mean, it's 20 pounds. That's free shipping is not, that's not cheap. That's not free. We are paying for that so you can get this delivered at an even better price. FlexPay is definitely something to consider. If you have any major credit card that you prefer, you don't have to have an HSN card to shop here. You just have a lot of benefits with having that card. So it's either one Flex, I think it's breaking it down to 5 monthly payments of $66 for just the power station without the bundle. If you want to get it with the bundle, that FlexPay breaks down to $84 a month, but HSN card, you can break that bundle down to 12 monthly payments, and that's only $34.99. So the most affordable way to get this delivered is to put that on the HSN card. Now, if you don't have the card, you can apply and get approved right now. You'll even have a little gift waiting for you in your account that you can put towards your bundle or just the River. It's up to you. $15 is yours to put towards whatever you would like. But it is one of those things. I know it's easy to say, yeah, one day I need to remember to get that. I need to make sure next time I'm more prepared. Well, there is gonna be a next time. It's just a matter of when and what's it gonna be. And I don't want you to kick yourself thinking, I should have done it when it was the best bundle ever, because you'll own this. This is something, it takes up so little space compared to that 70-pound generator that I don't know how much those are, but I know they're a lot more than these. And they're smelly, they're scary, they're loud. In most places, like apartment buildings, you can't even have them unless they're way away from the building, from what I understand. Is that true?
Yeah, so the generator has to be 20 feet away from your house. So it's putting off carbon dioxide. Now you're also having to think about the sheer noise of having a engine just running consistently. You know, that's what we always talk about too. You know, even if you live in a conventional home and you own a gas generator, great. You know, even if you have a propane generator, great. Use that to recharge your power station and then conserve your gas, conserve your propane, conserve your gasoline. If you do not own any of those and you're looking for something that would be easiest for you, that's what's made EcoFlow #1 here at HSN for power, but also in the United States, and we're global. We're in over 111 different countries. I was just at the Consumer Electronics Show. It's the largest consumer electronics show in the whole entire world in Las Vegas at the beginning of the year, always the same time. You know, so many different people coming to the booth, and it's not just different business, it's regular consumers like you and I who are thinking, that's amazing. You know, how can I use it? You know, and then the other great part about it is when we think that aha moment. That makes total sense. Where you say, what about my mom who lives in that apartment or that condo? He says, I would never get a gas generator for her, but I can't always be there for her. And this is one of those things where now we think about all the other applications. When we were just talking about the generator, you know, during that hurricane, I went to my storage unit, went to grab all my EcoFlows, because as you can imagine, I've got tons of them to go ahead and hand off to a lot of my neighbors. I ran into a guy and he had a brand new generator. Well, brand new, it was still wrapped. It had been sitting there for 3 years. Well, you would never run it, but when we think about it, we think, well, it makes sense. We'll use it for that emergency. But here's the thing. This doesn't sit and wait for an emergency. You're going to be using this all year round for multiple different reasons, whether it's just Christmas lights on the boat or Halloween lights, whether it's having a projector out in the back or getting a TV out in the back, you're gonna find ways to use this. And one of the things we love is the portability, right? It's 17 pounds, but we added the bag to make it even more portable. So now you can consider taking this to the pickleball court, right? It might be cold out right now. Before you know, it's going to be 100 degrees and you're going to want to stay cool while you're playing pickleball.
You know, that just reminded me, Justin,
Yeah.
we do crazy things here in Florida during the holidays. Like we do boat parades, and all these boats have to have all these lights that are lit up. But most recently, we had a golf cart parade in my neighborhood. And it was so cool to see all these golf carts, and they were all decked out. I know, because a couple of them are neighbors, that they were using these to power the lights, to be able to like enjoy the festivities of the season. And it was just so cute to see people out and about. But I love what you just said, because this is, I know, we hate talking about tragedies and emergencies. It's just part of this world that we live in, unfortunately. So keep in mind, this isn't just going to be waiting there for when that event happens in your world. It's about the fun times. We've used ours way more for the fun times than for the scary times. But it's so nice knowing it's there for you for both reasons. There's no maintenance, there's no, adding oil or, mixing the oil, and I don't know what else you have to do to maintain those generators. But this is something maintenance-free, and it takes up no space. We're gonna tell you much more about it. If you need to talk to somebody about making this as a mutual decision, please call them right now. And just do this while this price is here and while it's top of mind, because you know the time is gonna come where you're gonna like kick yourself again, and I don't want you to do that. So when we come back from this, we'll break it down, tell you what your options are, and give you updates on quantities as well. Keep it here.
It started with a single act of kindness and 100 goats. 15 years of research later, we turned our expertise to the science of kindness and goat milk, which contains 31 key ingredients to help skin look and feel healthier. Today, Beekman 1802 is a world-renowned goat milk skin and body care brand, built on the belief that there's beauty in kindness.
Here at HSN, we base our retail values on nationwide information. Retail value is an indication of the price you would expect to pay for the same or similar item elsewhere, not the price at which you would be able to sell the item. Prices do vary around the country, so ours might be different from prices in your area. For more information, call one of our customer service reps at 1-800-284-3900.
Worry about one less thing with our Protection Plus plans at HSN. Electronics, fitness equipment, even jewelry can be covered. Shop smart and protect your purchase. It's easy to add when you're checking out. Search Protection Plus at hsn.com for more details.
Ready to hit refresh and unlock massive savings? HSN's first big sale of the year is here. Save big on top brands and get up to 50% off thousands of items. Shop fashion and jewelry up to 60% off. Plus beauty, kitchen, home, and electronics up to 30% off. Shop now and score huge savings before they're gone.
Isn't it a good feeling to be prepared for the things that come on in life? I mean, things that we just have no control over. I mean, gosh, the crazy things that are going on with the weather right now makes me crazy, and I know it makes us all stressed out. And there's enough stress in the world. That's why I get really excited to be able to offer the #1 power station in the country. In fact, globally, as Justin just mentioned, 110 countries globally. This is an amazing product. So do me a favor and spend a little time with us so we can educate you on why, and it's our opinion, but I think you'll agree with us, this is so much better of an option than those stinky, smelly, noisy generators that are big and take up a ton of space, and I don't know how to work them and they scare me. I like the feeling of knowing I don't need to rely on my husband or my boyfriend or my wife or my friend. I think we all agree with that. And when things happen, you know what? In a moment's notice, you're ready. Because this is that 17-pound power station that everybody's talking about. Read reviews on this, you'll be very impressed. This is the River 2 Pro. This is the most powerful of all the Rivers. And yes, there's various models from EcoFlow, but this is the most powerful of all the Rivers in the best, most affordable price category, especially today. And this is our last scheduled show of the entire day. So I hope you don't miss this opportunity. The one option at $329 you see on your screen, it's the same item number no matter which choice you make, but this one is only $329. Normally at HSN this is $599. It's $329 today, free shipping, but we have very few of these in comparison to the bundle. Most of you, and like 3 to 1, are going for the bundle because for another, just a little bit more, for $90 more, you're getting 110-watt solar panel. These are normally $300 a piece. It's only $90 when you're getting the bundle, and you're getting that backpack down below so you can put your River 2 Pro in it and take it on a road trip or put it on, bring it onto a campsite. But you can do it and take it with you and keep all your cables inside there as well. You're getting the case for your solar panel, and if you want to get more solar panels, you're welcome to. The case is included with the solar panel and the River and the backpack for $419, as opposed to, you see the real price? $979. That's like more than half off. This is such a good moment, and you'll still get the free shipping and handling. If you want the solar panels, you'll see on the screen right there, there is a 2-pack available. Yay, because they are hardly ever in stock, and they're on sale. So if you wanted to add 2 to this, you can add as many solar panels to the system as you would like to give yourself more power for a longer duration of time, thanks to the power of the sun. But there they are. Normally they're $600. They're $329 today on sale. Item for you is 811059. So those are your 2 options. Now, everyone's like, well, if it's a power station and it's so small and compact, what's it really going to power for me? Are you ready for this list? Justin and I are going to take you through, because it's not just the little itty-bitty appliances and phones and tablets, right, Justin?
No, and I wish that we actually, we do have the wattage. I was going to say, when you look at even just the electric food warmer, which is like an induction burner, which is like to the right, 1,000 watts, this can run up to 1,600 watts of power. All of these things in the power your life, whether it's the air purifier, the hair dryer, whether it's the washing machine, I want you to consider, okay, well, if we were out of power, how would I be able to use any of these different appliances? So what we love about this is that it's one purchase that's under 20 pounds that can power 80% of your appliances, can cook your food, can keep your food cool, can keep you warm, can keep you cool, can prevent you from being in a dark home, can give you the light that you want so you have the safety of walking around your home, or whether it's the heating blanket or even just the medical devices. And here's the real life scenario. We're in our bedroom. How else could we stay in the most comfortable place in our home, right there in our bed, and be able to run something right here that weighs under 20 pounds, that can run our CPAP machine, that can run maybe that window AC unit or that portable AC unit. Now, this is one of our Hunter portable AC units that we've had here at HSN. This can run on the fan. This is also a heater. Imagine, even if you have a central AC, well, what happens in the middle of summer when you are out of power? Well, now you can go ahead and plug in that portable AC unit. Maybe it's just that one of those oscillating fans. This is set to 66 degrees. Here's one of the things I want you to see. This is the River 2 Pro. This is at 12 hours, it's saying that I can run that portable AC unit. 12 hours at 98%, 12 hours. Okay, real life scenario. We're out of power, all of a sudden, you've got a hurt shoulder like me, and the last thing you're thinking is, I'm gonna have to go outside to that garage. This happens, now I'm gonna have to run outside where the storm is hitting, whether it's the hurricane, whether it's just your regular kind of just thunderstorm. Now it's raining, now it's lightning, I'm gonna go out to that garage, I'm gonna have to get it set up. Is that gonna be worth it? If it's 4 hours, 5 hours, 10 hours, well, I want something that I don't even have to go outside. That's something that's right there, that maybe lives right by my bed all year round, because I can use this actually what we call as an EPS, emergency power source. So in fact, I can have my EcoFlow plugged into the wall and then my CPAP machine plugged into my EcoFlow. So when I lose power in 30 milliseconds, this automatically switches over and continues to power my CPAP machine. Or if it's just so I can have my fan, or I can have my portable AC unit right there next to me as well. Again, all these different applications we would never use for a gas or propane generator. So when you're thinking about just investing in something, investing something for you and your family, well, what does it power? What's it gonna do for you? Well, think about that CPAP machine and the lights and the fridge and the microwave oven, so we can have that food that stays cool longer. Or even if it's just our electronics. When we think about just having phones and entertainment, and what does entertainment mean to a lot of us? Well, it's, maybe swiping left and right, or figuring out the different words with friends that we're on level 1000 now, because it's, what's the word game now? My grandma plays it all the time.
Wordscapes?
Is it Wordscapes?
That's the one I play.
Is that the one with, it's got like the 5 different letters, you have to make all the different words?
Oh, no, maybe Wordle? Wordle, that's the one.
Whatever it might be, there's the level of entertainment that you get to have that's seamless, where you don't have that anxiety. So when we think about investing, we say peace of mind. You look at a generator, that's not necessarily peace of mind. That's also going to be additional stress.
I couldn't agree more.
It's the maintenance, it's the physical labor.
I mean,
when you look at this just looks like peace of mind.
Just looking at that thing scares me, and there's no gas or anything in it. I mean, this is such a good moment. The only airing for the rest of the day. Do you ever believe that you're watching at the right time for the right reason? Because I do. I really do. I mean, granted, do we offer the EcoFlow on a pretty regular basis during pretty much all time of the year, because, tragedies or, bad weather doesn't happen just in the winter. But we don't do sale prices very often. And think about this. This is the time, probably more than any other time of the year, that you want this and that you need it and that you'll reach for it and go to it. So to get these at such a savings. I mean, it's not like $50 off. It's like a couple $100 off, like over $400 off on the bundle, and free shipping. And you can spread this out. You don't have to pay for the whole thing. Even $419 you can spread over the course of 12 months with an HSN card. Is $35 a month, but it's yours. Like right away. We don't wait for that last payment. That's not how it works here. It's not layaway. It's called FlexPay. And you will get this delivered, no charge to ship. It's gonna be a big, heavy box, and this is gonna be something that you're gonna instantly be like, oh, thank gosh, I've got it now. One thing I wanted to talk about with you, Justin, you see all these ports and outlets. You don't have to use one at a time. You can load this bad boy up with all those ports being full, right?
Yeah. We have 13 different ports right there. So you've got your AC outlets, and again, when you're even just kind of shopping around, even if you look at the River 2 Max, that has 2 AC outlets, whereas your River 2 Pro is going to have 4 AC outlets, and they're full 3-prong AC outlets. So you'll have that grounded AC along with your DC adapter, and you'll also notice there's USB-A and USB-C. So you're thinking about, well, what does it not have? We have everything and more, and I even want you to just kind of compare. I'll keep comparing back to a gas and propane, which is, this doesn't have USB-C. This doesn't have USB-A.
Good point.
This doesn't have an LCD display on it, right? In fact, this only has 2 3-prong AC outlets. It does have a battery, which, by the way, when that thing's dead, I found out, you can't use it. This weighs 70 pounds as opposed to, you ready for this? Why would I want that when I can have that, right? Well, we can have something that weighs just 17 pounds compared to our 70 pounds.
That's crazy.
Where this I can actually pick up with one hand. as opposed to that where I can barely move it right now with my shoulder. I can be able to pick this up. So whether you have any type of, just physical, just ailment, or if you're thinking about, am I going to be able to maintain something like that? I always say, it's peace of mind to have something. It's peace of mind to know that I can use it. It's also peace of mind to know that I can physically use it with just one touch of a button, as opposed to what? That pull crank? Right now, the idea of using a pull crank, or my wife saying, Justin, I need you to get out there, and I need you to, can you help me? Can you help me? When we think about being able to not even have to go outside, and the other thing too is, we talk about hurricanes here all the time, but that's what we deal with, and we know that we deal with it every single year. And when you invest in EcoFlow, you're investing in the best, but you're also investing in something that's not gonna just last you a year or 2 years. You're getting technology with our LFP battery cells that is going to give you life up to 10 years at a minimum, meaning when this happens, this can happen for the next 10 years before, when you need to recharge your power station, it goes from 0 only up to 80%. I'm gonna walk over here to the light. Keep the lights down real quick, actually, because I wanna walk over. That happens, right? I don't know if we can bring it back down. That happens in the middle of, the day or night, and you say, oh, what are we gonna do? Typically, you'd think, what are we gonna do? Now, what you're gonna think is, let's just go grab the EcoFlow. All right, instead of thinking, all right, we need to go outside and grab the gas. You see how quickly that was? All right, now I've got light. That took me all of 2 seconds, and I was able to use it inside my home. Okay, honey, it's hot. Can we get a fan? Boom, fan. Now the arguments of how, you don't have to sit there fanning somebody. You have a fan, a light and a fan now. Okay, how about this? Okay, well, but what about all the food? Oh my God, we got all the food that we just picked up, and we just spent what? How much? Food right now is absolutely ridiculous. We want to make sure that we keep that food cool, because obviously that's what sustains us, but it's also, the food costs a lot of money.
Oh yeah.
All right, well now we just walk over here, we walk over to our River 2 Pro, we plug it in, and then in 2 seconds, we'll have power to our full-size refrigerator.
So there's
it's
three
not
things.
A small one.
Exactly. There's 3 things right now plugged in: a lamp, a fan, actually 4 with that induction range, and the full-size refrigerator. And there's how many more ports left? 9?
Yeah. So I just plugged in the induction burner. I'm gonna get this going as well. And I want you to also to consider, like you just said, Callie, we still have our DC adapter. We still have our USBs, so I can be plugging in my phones and charging my phones. And you can see, we didn't unplug anything. I still have my light, my fan, my induction burner, and full-size refrigerator. So, it's saying right now with the induction burner, roughly about an hour, a little over an hour. It says 2 hours now on that display. So we could be cooking food for 2 hours.
Yeah.
Eggs doesn't take a long time.
Right.
Making any type of sandwiches or whatever you might.
Some soup and grilled cheese, like whip it up. So
that's right.
Question on that. I love that you've got the power to be able to do that. What happens when I see on that LCD display that I'm really getting down on my juice, my battery?
So that's what we love, right? So at some point in time, reality hits and we think, well, we're gonna have to recharge this. How are we gonna recharge it? The beauty of having EcoFlow is that you do have the solar panels. When you run out of gas and there's no gas available, well, you have no way of running your generator. Propane, same thing. Sustainability means that when that sun comes back outside every single day, that you can use your solar panel, and it doesn't have to be the most beautiful day out. You can take that solar panel out and you'll be able to use the power of the sun for free. That's one of the things that we love about having independence, also sustainability, that day in and day out, you'll have an option to be able to recharge your power station. Again, I love these smaller power stations because they charge even faster. So regardless if you're using the solar panel, you're plugging into something, and with 220 watts of total solar input, in 2.5 hours, you can charge this all the way up from 0 to 100%. And then again, the next day, use your light, use your fan. Now, here's the other great thing about having your solar panels. That's why we say if you can pick up more, definitely do it. Because the more solar you have, the faster you can recharge, but that also means more available free power. So for instance, my light and my fan. If we go back down here, and this is actually even with the refrigerator, I think the compressor running. What does that say, guys? What does the wattage say right here? Can you tell I'm blind? I cannot see.
I can't see that far.
Here, I'll walk around.
Monitor is too far. 94%?
So 94%, 61 watts. Okay, if we had only one solar panel, you'd be able to cover all of that power, meaning during the day, if I had my solar panel out, I could use that one solar panel to power my light, my fan, and my refrigerator. So we're saying, well, roughly about 12 hours for refrigerator, light, and fan, but that's just off of pure power from the power station, roughly about 9 hours. That's not considering if I have my solar panel out. Now I have even longer than that.
Yeah.
That means at night, I'll be able to make it through the whole entire night with my light, my fan, and my refrigerator running all night long.
I don't know about you, but when the power is out, the one thing I want most, aside from the AC or the heat, depending on the time of the year, is light. I mean, it's just like, just to be able to like, okay, a little sense of normalcy. I mean, if you've got kids, if you've got a family, everybody gets really stressed out. And the last thing your kids want is to see you worried and have no control over what's gonna happen next. I mean, the one thing you can control when the power goes out, because it does, even if somebody just hits a power line coming home from work and, the neighborhood's out of power for hours, or the blizzard comes through and the ice breaks, pulls on those lines. When you're out of power and it happens, you've got a backup here that doesn't cost anything. Gas costs money if you can get it during an outing or an outage. I mean, propane costs if you can find it when you're in an event like that. You don't have to rely on anything but just having this on a shelf. And I keep mine in the garage. I mean, it takes up, think about the small amount of space it takes up in your garage or maybe your basement, wherever you want to put it. Then as a generator. A generator kind of requires a whole section or the corner of a garage. And like I said, they scare me. I've never owned one, but I've heard them. Years ago when one of the hurricanes came through and there was a lot of damage, I was at home and we had ours running, so I had lights, but I stood outside and I could hear this, not a hum, it wasn't a pleasant sound. It was like the sound of all these generators like across the street from me. It was insane. It was so loud, it made me even more stressed out. It was like fingernails on a chalkboard to me at the time.
Well, I mean, it's something that takes a lot of time. If you feel comfortable with one, great. And that's why we always say, if you have one, perfect. That doesn't mean you shouldn't also own an EcoFlow.
I agree.
But we always say, look, that's not for everybody. And now it comes down to if you can have this, why would you have that? Right? Before, when this didn't exist, everybody said, well, you need a generator. Now that these exist, so many people have adopted, like you, to picking up another alternative, another option. And a better option for so many of you, because it's an easier option, it's a safer option, and it's an option that you can actually use. We always say, if you live in an apartment or condo, what do you do? What's your plan? This has become the #1 plan here at HSN for a lot of you, considering just that. So right now I've got my portable AC running, I've got my CPAP machine running. It's saying I've got roughly about 7 hours on 97%. For the majority of the time that you're gonna lose power, it's not gonna be like us down here. It's not gonna necessarily be the 7 days or the 2 weeks. But what if it is that 5 hours? What if it is the 7 hours? What if it is the 9 hours? Wouldn't it be worth it to know that you've got something that you'll feel comfortable to use inside your home, whether it's for your CPAP machine or maybe solely for your CPAP machine, or the dialysis or oxygen machine or nebulizer for me, or the medicine that needs to stay cool like my sister needs for her insulin. All of these different things. I always say we all may be very different, but in so many ways we're very similar. We're all dependent on what? Food, water, and power. And more than ever, food and water are dependent on power. And so we need to make sure that we have a plan. This has become the #1 plan, whether it's for our mini refrigerators,
right,
whether it's keeping ourselves cool, or whether it's just knowing that we have the peace of mind that it is another alternative to our gas and propane generator, another way that we can split up power, whether it's upstairs or downstairs. And even if you own an EcoFlow, when you look at this value right now, this is one of those where you say, I'm still absolutely going to pick that one up.
Because it's close. I mean, just the EcoFlow itself is like almost 50% off. The bundle is more than 50% off, and those are HSN prices. We offer better prices than anywhere else you're going to find EcoFlow in the world. It launched here. This brand launched, and I'm proud to say I was one of the first, if not the first host to offer it, and I did a tremendous amount of research. Because you know what, I understand there's competition, there's competitors out there. There's that magazine that compares products against products and brands against brands. EcoFlow came out at the top, like way back 7 years ago. Have other brands started doing what EcoFlow is doing? I'm sure they have, but guess what? EcoFlow is the leader, not just here at HSN. We just happen to have a tremendous business, so we negotiate better deals with EcoFlow to turn around to you, our customer. That's how it works. This is why this is the place to get it. And HSN Today, this final show, last scheduled show of the day, These prices, I've not seen these prices. I've offered the EcoFlow many, many times over the last 7 years. This is the best value bundle I've ever seen us do. So I'm really glad so many of you have taken advantage of it. I will, I know there's cold weather all over the north, of course, the Midwest, the Northeast. Like, it's pretty, think about just the danger of being in a cold environment without having the ability to turn on a heater, a portable heater, or, I mean, look at those temperatures. Holy smokes. And 18 degrees in Minneapolis, that's cold.
You ready to go back home?
You know. Justin shared with me that one of the scariest experiences he's ever had in his life was when he lived in Minneapolis and you lost power. I'm sorry I'm laughing, but you're just so cute about it.
Well, no, so born and raised here in South Florida and then moved up to Minneapolis in October. It was negative 30 degrees. I had no idea what I was doing. I had no idea. But that whole thing, and it's funny, even as I'm saying this, is the same mentality that so many people who've moved from Minneapolis to here
have the same
who are
thing.
saying the same thing, saying, I've never experienced a hurricane before, but sometimes it's one of those moments where now you start to think, all right, I've got to be prepared in a very different way. When I felt, because my car wouldn't start, and we actually just saw that recently in Pennsylvania, where all these people got stuck on the highway because of the blizzard. What happens then? What happens if you have to, save gas in your car? And now think about more applications. I could be taking this with me as I'm trying to get out from those different areas, even like we do here in Florida. But
Not a bad idea to keep it in your car.
Right, keep one in your car.
Yeah.
And then you're not going to do that with a generator, right? Again, more applications, more reasons why you'd want to pick this up. But back to the mentality of being prepared. Often you have to go through something to say, well, all right, now we're going to do it differently. This is one of those opportunities where you can just be totally proactive. Listen to us, because I can tell you, whether it's Minneapolis or if it's South Florida, we know summertime's going to come and wintertime's going to come every single year. And we have to be prepared for those different moments in time, and those moments in time that we aren't necessarily thinking to be prepared for. We just had tornadoes here on the East Coast. What was it, 16 touched down at the same time? 2 of which went right through my parents' neighborhood, completely destroying homes all throughout that street. No, we never, ever considered that.
No.
But you have to be ready and prepared for those different things. They were out of power for 2 weeks. I just want to, before I even plug anything, let's just do a full rundown again. Can you imagine something like this where you can just go ahead and press one touch of a button? That's it. I don't have to worry about leaving this outside. I don't have to worry about getting gasoline or propane, running it indoors, and it only weighs 17 pounds. In fact, this is the most powerful power station that we have, under 20 pounds. Most powerful, and it's still the newest that we have. This is that River 2, meaning you have the best battery inside as well. The great thing about it is, too, since it lasts longer, we don't have a 1-year, 2-year warranty. It's a 5-year warranty backing our River 2 Pro. Now, we have a River 2. We have a River 2 Max. This is your River 2 Pro, meaning you've got 1, 2, 3, 4 AC outlets, 3-prong AC outlets. You also have your DC adapter. You also have your USB and USB-C. Every port that you need, every port that's available in your home, now available on something so compact that you can take with you. Okay, let's bring on the scenario. We get to simulate these types of things inside the studio. But these types of things is what we call real life. It happens, and it happens at the worst time. I always say electronics live with the Murphy's Law, because after presenting many electronics here on TV Shopping, guess what? If it can happen, it will happen. And we have to be prepared for those different moments in time. This is one of those things, again, we even consider just full reliability. Now just plugging it in, that's it. There was no maintenance, there was no hassle, and ultimately, you know what? There was no stress. When you lose power and all of a sudden you say, oh, what are we gonna do?
You panic.
You panic. The next thing I just want to go ahead and show, yes, we do have an empty refrigerator. I know you got a bunch of cooking shows coming up. Typically, we'll have all of this kind of stocked up with everything. It's all in Studio D right now for all of the kitchen stuff. I love now, we think about food. Food is obviously something that we need, but food is extremely expensive. We can get prepared for these hurricanes, and we'll go out, we'll spend $300, $400 because we think, oh, we'll be out of power for a week or two. Well, if I go out and lose power after spending $300, $400, what am I going to do?
I know.
This is a way to protect myself, protect my family, protect my food, and we all rely on the same thing, food and water and power. This is one of the #1 alternatives to being able to have power in any type of home that you have.
I am really glad you're watching. And I know here we are, it's a Friday, late afternoon on the East Coast. If you're joining us any other part of the country, I know it's a little earlier. Some of you have not really taken a look or considered making this purchase. I really would love for you to take a look at some of the reviews. We've offered this. It's not a brand new, like fresh out of the gate concept. This has been a tried and true customer favorite for 7 years here at HSN. And it is a powerful power station in spite of its small stature. In spite of the fact it's under 20 pounds, it's 1,600 watts, if that's what I saw correctly. Okay, the X Boost feature, and then again, you're getting all the cables to be able to power up your solar panel. You get one with the bundle for only $90. These are normally $300 per solar panel. We have a 2-pack on sale at $329. That's the lowest price I've ever seen us do on the solar panels, but you're getting this one for $90. $90. I'm gonna show you what this looks like. It opens up nice and wide so you can gather all the elements of the sun. Even on a gray day, you're gathering the power of the sun. And that's then what can power this through even longer periods of time. You can attach the solar panels to one another. If you'd like to get more, you're welcome to. If you are not interested in the solar panel and you just want to get in on the concept, that's why we offer this as a single purchase, just as the River 2 Pro. It's only $329 as opposed to $600 on a regular day. This is not a regular day, obviously. We don't have a ton that we get to offer at this kind of a price point. So if you want either or, it's the same item number, which is 91023, and then free shipping on top of the either $300 or like $400, $500 savings, and you'll own this for a lifetime, really. It's got a 5-year warranty, but you said, talk to me about the 10 years that you were mentioning earlier.
Yeah, and so as batteries go, and it happens with our phones, you ever feel like, well, my phone doesn't hold the charge it used to? It's because there's something called life cycles on batteries. So when you deplete that battery and you recharge it, you can only do it for a few hundred times on our old batteries. You can do it 3,000 times on your power station before the battery only goes from 0 to 80%. You know how long it would take you? It would take you 10 years if you did it every single day, which is why we give you a 5-year warranty. Again, why would you have this when you can have that? And when you look at the overall value, Kelly, how many times do you say it's 50% off, meaning it's almost $500 off? I mean, on any product here at HSN,
I mean,
so something like this is amazing.
You're saving more than you're spending.
Which is crazy.
And there's the flex pay option. So if that's just like too much of a bite for you, spread out the payments. It's an easy way to do it. You'll still get this right to your door delivered for free, no charge to ship. But flex pay means one payment gets your name on your single or bundle. If you have an HSN card, this is a good time to have that card because you can do this for 12 months. That means one small payment of $35 a month for a full year. But you'll have it through that whole year. And I don't know, I hope there's not a lot of natural disasters that occur between now and a year from now, but more than likely there will be.
If we just consider the last 5 years, let alone the last 10 years, to think that you can invest in something that's gonna be a summer every single day, every year, a winter every single year for the next 10 years, another spring, another autumn, whatever it might be, all of the different things that can happen, and all those next 10 years of your life, how you'll be able to take something like this, throw it in a bag, take it with you. Maybe it's just taking the laptop outside and be able to go ahead and say, you know what, let's go work outside. It's beautiful out, let's do that.
Right.
Or what we're doing right now, how else could I be cooking inside without power anywhere else using my EcoFlow, powering it right here in induction burner inside the kitchen.
Or you could be cooking outside, anywhere. You could be cooking in the back of your pickup truck at the tailgate
And that's
party.
what we do.
Sausage,
onions, and peppers, it's the thing, and then throw some shrimp on there, whatever it might be. It's delicious.
Some shrimp on the bobby.
Some shrimp on the bobby.
So this is the backpack, obviously, that comes with it if you get the bundle. And then the solar panel also has a case that it comes in. This is an amazing product. You know, when you said, think about all the things that have happened in the last 5 years, much less 10 years. Think about the last 5 weeks.
Right.
Think about the last 5 months.
Yeah.
It's just, it happens more and more all the time. I don't know what's going on. I just know I want to be as prepared as I possibly can be when it happens next.
And prepare for the, of course, the bad things that might happen, but prepare for all the fun things that can happen.
Yes.
And think about all the ways that you can now just change the way that you go explore and you enjoy yourself. And maybe this is one of those ways you say, well, now we can power that CPAP machine. So maybe he wouldn't be able to use it before, but now we can.
First time I used my river is when we went camping and we plugged in all of our phones. Everybody around the campsite was like, what is that?
And then you can never go back.
No, it's
have to
the
have the
best.
EcoFlow.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Always enjoy seeing you. Get yours while you can. These savings will not last. What we're gonna do now, though, we're gonna continue. I'm gonna make my way over to the fashion studio. I've got Anthony for the final hour of his visit. One thing you may wanna pick up, in addition to the regular warranty, is Protection Plus. It's really great information I'd love to share with you right now.
Life happens, and when it does, HSN Protection Plus, powered by Allstate Protection Plans, is there to make you good again, quick and easy. HSN Protection Plus offers a standard plan to cover your purchases from breakdowns during normal use, as well as mechanical or electrical failures. You can also add the Accident Plan Plus to cover accidental damage for portable electronics like tablets or headphones. Plans are available for a wide variety of products, including electronics, small appliances, fitness equipment, furniture, mattresses, jewelry, and lawn and garden items. All plans cover parts and labor with no deductibles or hidden fees. Allstate's award-winning service team will get you back up and running fast by repairing, replacing, or reimbursing you for your damaged item up to the purchase price. Adding HSN Protection Plus powered by Allstate Protection Plans to your purchases is easy. You can do it online at